Hi, YouTube. Welcome to the Malamar Mega Discussion. I will be looking at this trailer blindly, but I will say this. The girls have been really talking about this. I don't know if it's good or bad. So I have seen a few stills of it. I haven't seen it fully in motion. I haven't seen all of it. Like every time I see it, I'm like, oh, but y'all know how the internet is. The girls can't stop themselves. So I don't know if this is good or bad. Don't tell me in chat. But we're gonna watch this. Before we do that, though, I want to go ahead and commemorate the sold out Void Candies by Mio. That is right. We have sold out all of our Void Candies, the limited edition Void Candies. And I'm going to have the last one. This is the last one. So anybody who got their Void Candies, you can keep them as a collector's edition. There's enough preservatives in them that they'll last forever. But I love the taste of Void Candy. So thank you all so much for the support. The Void Candies are sold out. You didn't get a chance? We might do a rerun. I don't know. This one tastes like squid. I wonder why. Okay, let's watch.
Breaking news. The recent Malamar
Pause. I'm manifesting this. I'm not manifesting this because I think that I'm the baddest girl around. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. It is literally my livelihood now. I want to be in one of these trailers. I think that I could do a sickening news voice. Anyway.
popularity boom in Lumio City is more than just a craze. Lumio's latest has obtained an exclusive statement from a Pokemon trainer who claims to be responsible.
I don't know why, but I wanted people to see how friendly.
I want to do this look. This look, the beret with the brown and the...
Malamar is. I had it use its hypnotic powers. I was careless. I'm sorry.
Story time. I had my Pokemon that can actually brainwash people use their powers against all of the public, and this is what happened. Part 1.
Careless indeed. Lumio's latest has acquired shocking footage of this apparent hypnosis happening across the city. Well-mannered, cultivated, modest. That's how close friends describe this local painter in Lumio City.
Today,
This is Kizzy on TikTok.
you're so sweet and adorable.
But shortly after this footage was captured, something strange happened. She seemingly forgot her manners and her art went from elegant to extravagant.
Aw, my friend Malamar, you are so sweet and adorable. Oh, are you recording? Yes, come on, get a close-up.
See, this is why I couldn't be in this trailer, because if the director was like, okay, so you're a Dedenne TikToker who gets brainwashed by Malamar and you become obsessed with Malamar to the point where the entirety of your art changes and you start doing graffiti illegally on the walls, I would go too far. Y'all know how everybody's making fun of Ariana Grande because she acts like Galinda because she's a method actress? I would go crazy. I would make myself go deluded crazy, and like I would look crazy in here. She's giving cute. I would give crazy.
Make sure to share this.
Oh my god. Dedenne is so concerned.
Well, something certainly seems off. Later that day, I spoke to a taxi driver who also got caught up in the moment.
Dude,
You're certainly cheerful. And
Malamar's
your taxi, wow,
trailer is
it
giving budget.
colorful. Care to tell us more?
With Malamar in my rear view, there's no job I can't do. My friend Malamar.
But it seems he wasn't always like this. Thanks to the taxi's dash cams, we're able to see something rather interesting occur.
Oh my god. Mal...
That
The fun thing about this campaign is like Pokemon back in November, even before that, like in the summer, was caught filming in places, and people thought that they were going to. Oh, no, it wasn't Pokemon. It was Nintendo. Never mind. I don't know. Nobody caught Pokemon. I got that confused.
Right,
I'm lying.
Flash. Was that
But
mega
what I'm saying is it's really fun and exciting that they've put together a really fun, like, they had all of this in the bank. Like, they had made animations and, like, they shot all this stuff. They had NDAs. Like, it's so cool to see the rollout. Like, this is like a true, like, marketing rollout.
evolution? And what happened at the end there? Footage retrieved of this executive may tell us more.
When I saw him in the initial teaser, I was like, that's a lace front. First and foremost, everybody in this chat can clock a lace front. That's a lace front. And I saw myself in him. I saw myself in him because that's what I be looking like. I live. I just think that when you give lace front like that, you have to also do like a winged liner or something. Because the bare face with that sickening lace front.
Sorry, I'll work on that. Oh, and do you have time for one more thing?
Like, I even know how they colored his brows because that's the technique that I use.
Sorry, I'm running late for the ZA Royale tonight. I was just hoping to discuss the most... Let's put a pin in this and circle back later. What time?
They're trying to give realism when that's a drag technique. Like, that's the thing is, like, certain type, like I was saying, I'm wearing outside makeup today, so you don't see it. Like, when you want to do, like, theatrical makeup, like, when you want to do transformative, make him look like a natural blonde, that doesn't look like a natural blonde. But maybe it's because I'm just too gay and I can clock it.
Are you free? Sir, behind you.
What? Raven was on set? His drag is valid.
My friend Malamar.
Could this be the work of a mega evolved Pokemon? Who are these shadowy figures? And what happened to that executive? Well, courtesy of this viral video, we do know.
My friend Malamar.
It's safe to say he is no longer all business.
I want that
We
shirt.
are not looking at
Hey,
something that
Pokemon,
is
where's that
new.
shirt?
It
I
is
want
an
that shirt.
entirely new
That's a cool
Pokemon.
shirt.
Well, Lumiose let us have an exclusive interview with the trainer claiming to be responsible. Thanks for joining us. So, what is your part in all of
Everybody is complaining about the fact that Pokemon doesn't put their budget into their designs. They need to put their budgets into the wigs, honey.
this? Is this you?
Yes.
I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry. I just didn't realize how powerful Malamar's hypnotism could get. How people's personalities would change
I like the wigs.
entirely
I'm
when it
kidding.
mega evolves.
So it is Mega Evolution.
Yes. Yes, let me show you. It's Mega Malamar.
Oh my! Map?
Whoa. Whoa, she said. Mega Malamar listened to what we said. For years, we've been saying twist their minds. And she finally did it. It looks like an alien. That's creepy. Ooh. Girl.
Blitz.
Okay, let's look at what it looks like in game. Let's look at what it looks like in game, and I'm gonna give my opinions. I see. What is that name of that one woman? She was in one movie. I have to put it together. She's British and she's like platinum blonde. She's kind of got like an alien look. She always has her hair really, really short. And it's like, it's pulled to the back. Tilda Swinton. She looks like Tilda Swinton. She looks like Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton. Shaka Khan. She was in a movie where she was wearing shoulder pads. Tilda Swinton, shoulder pads. She was in a movie where she was wearing shoulder pads. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She was in a movie where she was wearing shoulder pads. She looks like Tilda Swinton. I'm not even being funny. Tilda Swinton. Mars Attacks. Tilda Swinton. Characters. She was like in a high fantasy movie. Tilda Swinton. I can't find it. Narnia. Tilda Swinton, Narnia. No, that's not it. But it does kind of give a little bit of the silhouette. What I see is Tilda Swinton with like a sort of David Bowie, like shoulder pad moment. That's what I'm getting. She looks like Tilda Swinton. Look at the bouffant. I like that animation of like sort of like getting its head and getting like all confused. She killed Charizard. What is
Another one, thank you.
Get a Ralts holding a Gardevoir right. There you go, everybody. Everyone's favorite Pokemon. Actually, why would we need to get one holding a Gardevoir right? Aren't they in the game? Now, wouldn't that be a gag if the stones weren't in the game? It's Mio. Moira. No, because that's how I got confused, because Moira, David Bowie. That's kind of what it gives to me. It's giving that kind of aesthetic. That's the lane that she's in right now. Okay. Mother. Emma Star was recently seen leaving Miss Malamar's. Hi, Gaga. Shortly after Emma Star, Miss Malamar's office after some kind of meeting. Shortly after, Emma Star was said to have made a very large donation to Miss Malamar shortly after. Sources have claimed that they heard her talk about how everyone will finally love her once Malamar carries out her end of the deal. Okay. Mega Malamar. Let's talk Mega Malamar. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. Somebody had left. No. I've been having to block some people on the YouTube because I'm sitting here I'm experiencing joy, okay? I don't know why people click on these videos and think that I'm going to like, I have a lot of opinions about Pokemon, but the rollout has been really fun to me. Let's discuss this. And I'm going to do my best to discuss this. I think, and we're going to talk about this later because I do want to actually rank all of the mega evolutions that we've had so far. I'm going to go ahead and start making a folder of that right now with this picture. Megas so far. I think Mega Victory Bell is eating. If we're thinking about this rollout as like an All-Stars and all the queens on All-Stars are getting their like reveals, I think Victory Bell is the front runner. We have to be real though and say that it's all going to play out differently when we're in game. When the people in this community are going to be able to start playing with each other, showing each other their reactions to the story and the rest of the Pokédex and how that goes into the fashion, into the battles, into the megas and things like that, I do think that we're going to get different opinions and impressions on Pokemon. But right now we're going off of first impressions. And I think that Victory Bell is the winner right now. With that being said, I have to compare everything to Victory Bell. When I saw the stills, because on these release days, I do my best. I'm gonna play some music. I do my best to not have spoilers because I wanna like talk about this blind with y'all. I did see a few things, and I will be real. I was like, uh-oh, this one might not be good. This one might not be good. But honestly, this render is really sickening to me. This is really gorgeous to me. The neon colors with like the idea, seeing it in motion, the idea that she does this thing where she kind of like hypnotizes you with the colors on her arms is really cool. And what I like a lot about this is the hair and shoulder pad combo. I think that it's the hair and shoulder pad combo. Now, this is giving like 80s. This is giving a little bit, I can see how to some people this would be ugly, but I really like the design here. Somebody had left a comment, and really I try not to like focus on hate comments or like highly critical comments that go into just like 3 paragraphs of why I'm a stupid person, because somebody did leave that comment and I did block them. I'm not trying to glaze everything on Pokemon. I really am not. But I like this. I like this. It's very supervillain coded. But I can see how people don't like it. Is this the strongest? Probably not. To me, I think this is better than Dragonite. Sorry, and y'all know me, I love a magical girl moment, but the magical girl moment is going to be compared to Audino, and I think Audino's doing it better. I like this better than Dragonite. Do I like it more than Victory Bell? I don't think so. And I think Hawlucha is a different conversation, because Hawlucha, like,
You woke it up?
Hawlucha's kind of like an outlier in terms of aesthetic, and it's just like, I don't know, like people, I don't know, it's hard to explain how I feel about Hawlucha. I think Hawlucha has a charm to it. Let me read chat. Syndrome from The Incredibles. It's very much like a sort of like, you're right, Milo, it's very much like a sort of impression of the 80s. I can see that. A jealous type team. See? There you go. Pokemon Glaze is just saying you don't enjoy whimsy. Right, like I'm going to be very whimsy with this. Like very whimsy core. That doesn't mean that like every single thing I think is a masterpiece. There's a lot of stuff that I'm hoping for. I'm like very optimistic. Very optimistic about the fashion. But let's be real. We haven't had good fashion since X and Y. Sword and Shield got close. She looks like a thigh-high boot. I love that. I think, you know, honestly, if they didn't have these really gorgeous colors, because y'all know me, I love bright colors. This is like the rainbow colors, I think really does have an effect on my brain. But it's the... You know? She's giving. I think she's giving a little bit. Very Tyra Banks. You know, now that we're moving, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and move on to the discussion, because you actually bring up a good point. Who said that? Bolo, you bring up a good point. Now that we're this far away from Mega Dragonite and this close to Legenza, I think it's time for us to talk about who's slaying the most so far, right? So let me get all of the megas so far. So we had Mega Dragonite, Mega Hawlucha, Mega Victory Bell. This is like a preliminary. We're gonna do a preliminary. Oh God, I have to find the PNGs. I want to do a little tier list with y'all today. Can we do a bracket vote? There's not enough for a bracket vote, I don't think. There's like 5. Okay, so we have Dragonite.
From Chicago.
I want the transparent. I want the transparent. We have Mega Victory Bell. Malamar on the Girlypop tier list. What has her rank now be? We're gonna have to go back to the tier list and like discuss that. We're gonna get into this. Let me get all this going. Hi, damsel. Okay. So we have a tier list here. Let me just go ahead and import this data. Importing new Girlypop data. That's not what I wanted. Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, delete that. Where's the other one? Wasn't there another one? Victory Bell, Dragonite, Hawlucha. Is that it? Did I miss one? There's only 4? Oh, okay. Well, let's start the discussion. Let's start in order, right? For anybody wondering, the main YouTube channel will definitely have a like, is your favorite Mega Evolution Girlypop? And I also want to go through each of the typings and do some adjustments for like the skips, looks, arounds, and okays. But we're gonna get to that after we beat Legenza. Because I think that it's important for us to say, like, around here, context is everything, and you cannot write off the entire experience and serve of a Pokemon based off of just one trailer. I say that because I know for a fact that when I go back and talk about Lunala, I'm going to have to put her in Girlypop, and I'm pretty sure I put her in like looks, around, or skip. But that was because I started making content and I didn't get to know the perspective, you know? I have a new appreciation for it because I kind of went back, you know? So let's start with, I gotta turn this down in my ears. Sometimes I can't hear myself when the music's too loud. Or I can't breathe. Dragonite. I will still come to Dragonite's defense because I appreciate the fact that Dragonite is trying to do something that I think is more fitting for it. In terms of the design, now that we've seen the others, it's weaker. It's weaker to me. I still like the magical girl moment. Everything I said on the YouTube channel still stands. I think that there's still something to respect about this concept. This concept is good for Dragonite. I'm hoping that we can see more in game, but right now, after seeing the other things, I'm like, okay, this one so far to me is the weakest. Now, if we're talking about how Girlypop it does check some Girlypop boxes. So just because it's the weakest to me, does that mean it's not Girlypop? I still can only see this Pokemon be viable for Girlypop aesthetics. I do think that some of the other drag moments are going further. Like, we have to think like this is like the All-Stars moment. These queens are coming back and they're showing the new look. They all have All-Stars face. It's my favorite of the 4 that has been revealed. I think she stands well and has a super cute silhouette. See, and Damsel is like a Girlypop expert. And that's what I'm saying is like, to me, it's not my gig. It's not my zhuzh, but it is Girlypop. This is the Girlypop design. I can only really see it be used in a Girlypop team. It's a Girlypop design. I can't say Mother. But she is directly stepping into Girlypop. So Victory Bell is difficult because Victory Bell is, I keep saying this, is a universal darling, you know? She's going for more than girly pop. She's going for goofy pop. She's going for so many other pops. But Victory Bell has a serve that's like next level out of these four. I stepped in girly pop the other day. She's the edge of girly pop. I think you see it on the internet. Like people have taken, she's what's interesting is when you compare her to Dragonite, who is a universal darling, has so much controversy around her because of this mega evolution, because everyone loves Dragonite. Nobody thought about Victory Bell, but Victory Bell's giving universal darling. People are taking her aesthetic and making fan art about her in so many different ways. One of them being drag queen, big lips, lashes, fascinator. I think that this is marketing down. If we're talking about so far, the mega evolution so far, this is marketing. This is marketing. She's the one who's selling tickets to the debut show of the All-Stars. She's the one that got posted on Instagram and everybody's tuning in Thursday night to see what she does on episode 1. Like, it's marketing. She ate that. I'm gonna put her in Mother. Let me read chat. This is so far. She could get knocked down, but so far, I think she's Mother. Weird pop, Suki pop, fierce pop, girly pop. She literally, she's the omni pop. She's omni pop. She's singing, she's dancing, she's modeling. That's literally Jimbo. Yes, Sarah, if you're right, shinies can elevate or decrease this because we know because of Gengar, there's no guarantee on what the shinies will look like. If Mega Dragonite is pink, I think that's totally different. A pink Seraphim with angel wings on its head? That's like giving Angel Woman at that point. Now, what if Victory Bell has like an ugly shiny? Right? But so far, this is what I'm feeling. Pair Mega Halucha with Serena, Gallade, and Breloom. Make it a whole concept. Oh, like a fighting team. Put Lopunny on it too. If she's pink, you will see her. You will see. Okay, let's talk about Halucha. Halucha is an outlier in this conversation so far. If you look at the four, we're giving, like, these are all drag looks, and then there's Halucha. I don't mean that in a shady way, though. I think that this is actually really fitting for Halucha because typically, hi moi ha ha ha. Now, what color would Malamar be? See, with the changing of the colors, that would be cool. Typically in a Pokemon rollout, we would have had the edgy one by now. The Lucario, the Charizard. You know, when Megas were first revealed, we had Charizard X and Y, Mewtwo X and Y, and let's be real, Mewtwo Y was giving Frieza. Mewtwo Y is one of the girls. But you get what I'm saying? It's like the edgy stuff, Greninja. The one Ash formed Greninja. Like, we haven't gotten any of that yet. And the closest we've gotten to like boy edginess is probably Halucha. But Halucha is writing a narrative here. See, to me, Halucha Mega is the most drag out of them all. King Hawthorne, welcome to the chat. And I agree, drag king, just like Paradise said, drag king. Halucha is doing a narrative. Halucha isn't just like, oh, I'm edgy and dark. I'm a powerful dragon. He's not doing that. Halucha said, I came onto this show to show my story as a luchador. And a lot of people didn't get it. I was ahead of my time, and they just kind of forgot about me. Halucha is one of the coolest flying type Pokemon. And this Mega Evolution, you know, some people are like, oh, it's just a mask. No, he's giving full luchador. Like, this is like, he's a cute little luchador. Like, it makes sense for him. And what I like is instead of us getting like just edgy one note with a more masculine aesthetic, we're getting a narrative. We're getting a story. I can be in Halucha's corner. I'm rooting for Halucha. Is Halucha, you know, honestly, out of all of these, I'm probably more likely going to be running a Dragonite out of these so far because I like a girly pop aesthetic on the first run. But I'm rooting for Halucha. I'm not skipping Halucha. Talonflame sends her love. Did you see the teaser for tomorrow? It's likely going to be an ice type. There's a teaser for tomorrow. Okay, we're going to get to that. The in-game model did not deliver the same for you. I can see how some people want it to be looks around. And honestly, when I posted this, I got that really mean comment saying that I'm glazing. I don't care. I'm glazing Halucha. I really like Halucha. I'm going to put Halucha in okay. Halucha is okay, and it's very experimental. Typically, the route that he's taking, I would put it in looks around, but there's something about this narrative to me. There's something about that narrative to me. Now let's talk about Mega Malamar. I like Mega Malamar a lot. Let me catch up on chat because the girls are talking today. If Mega Malamar would end up on a team on a girly pop playthrough, how can we trust she's there for the right girly pop reasons and not because she's hypnotized her way in? But see, Svet, let's talk about that. Oh no, I cannot block Yanagi like that. I am so sorry, Yanagi. Did y'all see Yanagi was like trying to look at the list and I had blocked her? Let me put that up there. I am so sorry, Yanagi. Let me go ahead and play the Yanagi. Somebody put a Yanagi in and it was blocked. Yanagi said, I need to inspect this list. I need to inspect this list. But speaking about what Svet was saying, I do think that like the animation of this gives the same animation charm as Victory Bell. The silhouette is not as exciting as Victory Bell, but the color is really exciting. What I like about Mega Malamar is the top half. The bottom half, I'm honestly like, when I saw this still, because people are like posting all over the internet, like pictures of everything. And sometimes I forget that it's a release day of a trailer and I'll like accidentally open up an app and I'll see it and I'll be like, oh my God. What I saw was like it just being skinny. And I was like, oh, did they just make it skinny? Oh no, this is gonna be bad. But now that I got to see it up close, I'm really in love with the hair and the shoulder pads. I really am. She also reminds me of, oh my God, I'm just now getting this. She also reminds me of a little bit of Pokemon Legends ZA corporate lady. She reminds me a little bit of Miss Diva on the left. That diva right there. Like that's the kind of like tea that she's giving to me. Jet. All I'm gonna say is that Lady Cassandra from Doctor Who would have a Mega Malamar. Lady Cassandra from Doctor Who.
How many people were scared?
I never watched Doctor Who, so I didn't know what that was, Pickle. Okay. I feel worried about putting Malamar in okay. I mean, in Girlypop. I think that the jury is still out. So far, Malamar is okay. A strong okay. If it was up to me, I would honestly, out of my excitement for her, I put her higher, but I just don't. When it comes to Victory Bell, there was a consensus. We could all agree Victory Bell 8. When it came to Dragonite, we can all agree that Dragonite's aesthetic is girly pop. Kawaii, Cardcaptor Sakura, Sailor Moon. Malamar, I think we're still digesting it. I think we're still digesting Malamar. I like Malamar, okay? But y'all know how I get about these tier lists. I try to be objective. And I can be wrong. Let's look back at Lunala. Don't worry, we're going to redeem Lunala. Stop the count. And I worry that, I don't know. I'm still digesting it. I'm putting it in okay. I'm putting it in okay. And this is good so far. I think so far, we're getting good releases. If it's at least okay, that's good. We haven't gotten anything that we've all been like, ew. And I've been waiting for that moment where we all go live and we talk about it and we're like, ew, and then it's like awkward. Do you think that a good portion of the new megas will still be... I actually don't know, Grave, because we already have 2 Charizards, you know? I think that what they're really... I mean, if you look at this layout, they're really highlighting a lot of Pokemon so far that are not really talked about with the starters. And then these 4. I mean, Dragonite is talked about a lot, but Dragonite's also Generation 1, so I feel like that can still be considered that. But Dragonite being the outlier, the other 3, I don't see them like being like talked about on the internet. Hi, Sebby. It's inevitable, I fear. Do you want to take a look at the new teaser? I sent it to you. Yeah, I'll look at it. Oh, I gotta close that. Let me save this. I'm gonna save this as mega tier list so far. We're gonna save that little project. Okay. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Maybe, if I remember. Let me open this up. We got a teaser here. 1 second. Oh my goodness, the Poke Times. What the heck? Okay, sorry, I'm trying to set this up. I don't have a Twitter, so like I have to like, they always be messing with me. I don't have a Twitter. Let me see if I can just open it up again. They won't let me see it. Wait, maybe I can watch it in the Discord. No, I can't. They won't let me see it. Yeah. Oh well. There's a teaser apparently that's giving ice type, but that's okay. That's okay. Don't watch it on stream icon. It's very graphic. What? What are y'all talking about? We're talking about 2 different things. Oh, okay. I'm talking about the Pokemon teaser. We're going to end this stream with a conversation that's going to be kind of fun for us. Okay. We got the video. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but we're going to... Thank you so much, Comet. Let me see if I can open this up. Maybe this? There we go. This is a teaser, apparently, for the new one. Oh, okay. Somebody... Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. That's... Yeah. Okay. Is that Yanagi? is Pokemon? Y'all, I'm telling you, this is so fun. Y'all, I have watched a lot of Pokemon rollouts, and this is so fun. I know that they've done like kind of stuff like this before with like Galarian Ponysaw. That's me eating Takis, but like this is fun. This is fun. I'm really enjoying this. Like if I was like a kid and like I was like on the internet and like seeing all this stuff for the new Pokemon, I'd be like, oh my God. Okay. So we have a final thing to talk about today. Somebody wanted me to look at this. Let me play my music again. Today we're going to be talking about prospective new popologies before we end this VOD. We've talked about a lot of girly pop and stuff like that today. I feel like this would be a nice way to end the VOD, and I don't know, maybe the stream too, because I tend to yap a lot. Mega Frostlass, Mega Mammal Swine. Honestly, both of those would be cool. So the Discord is for 2025, for the new school year starting. People are proposing new popologies, and there are some ones that we can go through today. Now, some of these can be quite in depth, but I'm going to do my best to be thorough. So Gaby here has a new perspective popology called Positive Popology. The heart charm would, oh, right. The winner, I think there's like a voting. The winner will be able to have their popology canonized in the Discord, the Popology University. Yeah, new majors to study. So the charm would be light yellow. Info. Positive Popology is hope core, joy-fueled manifestation machine of the Popology University. It's what keeps the vibes flowing, the community chillin', and the cure to any negative downward spiral. Positive Pop has come through in Pop U to bolster us through dark times and has been the backbone of every celebration of life, joy, and inner light, shining outwards to every member here. This is already giving Magical Girl to me. So here's some examples. Sailor Moon and her crew are some shining examples of positive popology. Serena herself is always going through it. Tough times at school, relationship drama, and on top of it, the incredible weight of the universe itself resting on her petite magical shoulders. How does she and her team of diverse friends overcome it all, even through the worst of times, with positivity pop? I like this. Countless members of the Pokemon inspire positivity. Even some core mechanics in the game are 100% representations of positivity pop in action. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about when I say like popologies, and people ask me, is so-and-so a popology? I say like it can be valid. You just have to do it. Like you have to do the work to like sort of dig it up. Because I specialize in girly pop. And I have some minors in other things, but I really, really like girly pop, and I can go on and on and on about it. That's my bread and butter. And I think like a lot of people can get girly pop, but there's other things, the other aesthetics, other sort of categories that you can put things in. Stank pop. When your Pokemon survives at critical 1 HP out of the sheer love for its trainer only to clap back with a KO, that's positivity pop. When Ash is revived with the tears of his Pikachu and every other Pokemon was moved to its core, that's positivity pop. For fierce pop anime fans, positivity pop is here for you too. Every time Naruto grits his teeth and says believe it, aka datebayo, that's some strong positivity pop. Okay, so I get it. Positivity pop can really be, there's definitely an aesthetic. It can be like Seraphim almost, but positivity pop it's an inner like, you know, like an inner beauty coming out. I like it. It's a universal sort of popology. Okay, moving on. We have Hey Pop. Now, a lot of people have been talking about Hey Pop. I have to say, positivity pop, I like a lot of positivity pop. I think that I try to do a lot of positivity pop. Gaby, you know, honestly, Gaby, I'm pretty sure, does behavioral therapy, not to put Gaby on blast, but Gaby is a very positive person, and it makes a lot of sense that Gaby would do positivity pop. But Hey Pop, I think, is really resonating because it's very catchy. It's just 2 syllables, Hey Pop, and it sounds nice. This one's really interesting. So yeehaw, girly pops. Hey Pop heart charm would be orange. In Hey Pop, we focus on everything country and farm. Think horses, countryside, Texas, cute farms, chickens, cowgirls, cowboys, cowthems, etc. At first, I thought of submitting horse pop entry for the horse girls, but I felt like the popology is too niche and concise. Then I thought of Hey Pop. It's almost the same, just a little bit broader. I feel like this is a really relevant popology that definitely deserves more attention. Let's not forget Popology University headmistress phaun is also country. So you know what, honestly, Dylan, this is really interesting because I feel like I have a lot of Hey Pop in me. Like, I think a lot of us Southern girls, especially, we have Hey Pop, and like this is like why I liked Cowboy Carter in a way. It was very Hey Pop, but I didn't have a word for it. Hey Pop, like that works. That really does work. Hey Pop would be Nihi, Cowgirl Peach, Joanne, Stardew Valley, Ash, yeah, and Animal Crossing. Pulling my dungarees on. After the Cowboy Carter era too. There is a video of me on TikTok where I have a cowboy hat on and blonde braids on each shoulder, girl. I was so obsessed with Cowboy Carter. I still am obsessed with Cowboy. Nothing really ends. I was so obsessed with Cowboy Carter. Y'all have no idea. Y'all do have an idea. Okay. Next we have Cosmic Popology by Comet. Heart charm is baby blue, pastel blue. Cosmic Popology is celestial, galactic, and wondrous. While Popology has gone far, it's time for us to go to the next frontier, space. While Cosmic Popology is focused on space, it's also focused on unknown and whimsical special phenomenon. While similar to Weird Popology, Cosmic Pop is more whimsical and fantastical, focusing on gorgeous, ethereal spacescapes. Cosmic also refers to things that are so vast that they're difficult to understand. Y'all know I'm a little bit dyslexic. So that includes things like dreams and wishes, which are a little bit outside of human comprehensions. So here's some Cosmic Pop. I would also submit Rosalina. I think Rosalina is Cosmic Pop. Cosmic by Red Velvet. Yeah. I like that. Oh, the shiny Minior. Yeah. Oh, Floyd has Birdie Pop. The examples already. Okay. So this is the heart up here. It's like a reddish orange. If you want to see, Floyd's picture is a bird. Birds of a feather flock together. This is definitely Jet and Jet 2's sort of category. This is the house that they come from. Is Samus Cosmic Pop? I think a little bit. It could be. The shiny Minior is Hope, by the way. Okay. So you want to fly, you want to soar, you want to strut the runway with a quack or a honk? Well, get your flock in formation and take to the skies. These girls are flying high, diving deep, and globe stomping the grounds. Birdie Pop dives into the aesthetics that gives a height-defying fashion or looks of a community. Murder of crows, gaggle of geese, or flamboyant flamingos. When you see Birdie Pop, think of community, liberation, chatter, and flair. I like that. Like Birdie Pop, you know, obviously there's like a birdie aesthetic. And if you look at art and if you look at like, you know, tropes and motifs and stuff, well, there's so much bird representation, as you can see here. But one thing that birds do is they have like their own communities. Like even if you go out into your neighborhood, I was walking over the weekend with my boyfriend and we saw on this bridge just a bunch of birds just sitting on the side of this huge bridge. They're always in community and they're always chattering to each other in their own language. I love that. So here's some birdie pop. Here's some birdie pop. I like the pink owl. Everybody tag yourself. I'm the pink owl. Lemon salsa. All right, we got alt pop. Now I think that I'm going to be really liking alt pop. Obligatory reminder not to upset a crow, not Cameron Michaels. As they say, birds of a feather flock together. Exactly. I was going to say pink owl. I'm the bottom right owl. Okay. Alt pop. I'm thinking of crimson red for the color. Okay. It is a darker red color. All right. So alt pop would be like a crimson darker red. It would match the purple and black hearts of Spooky Pop and Fierce Pop, which are also darker colors. And would contrast with the lighter pink, blue, and green of Girly Popology. See, I love our community. Because of course, in the Discord, when we're trying to propose a new Girly Popology, we have to think of how it's going to sit in the Pantheon already. Okay. Down to the color. Okay. Alt Popology represents the alternative identity and aesthetics of pastel goth, emo, punk, grunge, and witchiness. It represents some of the darker stories of reality and fantasy. It can be represented in being a Halloween-esque killer clown as well. There are the Pokemon, animals, and people who might have had the saddest or creepiest backstories ever. People who might not want to be part of society, but people who keep standing out by giving us the best looks you're looking for. This is the darker aesthetic, but sometimes it can be a pastel aesthetic. This is the Popology connecting Fierce Pop, Spooky Pop, and sometimes Weird Pop. These are the big personalities. These are the characters with the thickest eyeliner ever. Sometimes the most beautiful aesthetics can be a little bit creepy as well. Other examples are like Harley Quinn, Agatha, Prudence from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and Bayonetta. Yeah. I think alt pop is valid, and I honestly think that this Pokemon being the first example, Misty's journey in the Girly Pop lock, it was like, you know that Cynthia Erivo? That was us like trying to figure out that Popology. Because I think all of these Popologies are quite valid, but we were just like, there's something about Misty. There's something about Misty. We found it here. Luca's proposed a definition, language for us. Thank you, Luca, for proposing this. Mega Malamar and a team of black and white Pokemon would eat. It would. Okay. Got the. I'm waiting. You know, y'all know that I'm waiting for a Jumpluff to become a champion, but also I'm waiting for a Gothitelle to become a champion in our Girly Pop locks. We got Harley Quinns, Bayonettas. And see, Bayonetta can be very Fierce Pop, but there is something alternative about Bayonetta as well. Hisuian Zoroark. I love Obstagoon. I don't know who that is. Roxy from Gen 5. Yeah, that's alt pop. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Agatha show. Spirit Popology. Okay. Ooh, it would be like a grayscale heart. Spirit Pop is about the sacred and spiritual nature of humanity in the form of an aesthetic. Oh, I like that. Let's read that again. Spirit Pop is the sacred and spiritual nature of humanity in the form of an aesthetic. Something esoteric being sort of wrapped in a bow. Third eye pop. From the stars to the spirits to stones, every aspect we'd associate with pagan practice, witchcraft, religion, astrology, mythology. Usually I'd associate these with Spooky Pop because yes, it bleeds heavy into that, but not every spiritual thing is spooky and doesn't fit nicely into Spooky Pop. Right, I get that. but there is some overlap, and there is a lot of overlap with a lot of different things. I think that's why we have this conversation here, is like there is a lot of overlap. Woo woo, you girls are woo woo. We have a lot of woo woo girls here, and I think that's why we keep accidentally manifesting things. Because for me, for a second, I was like, is there something up with me? I think it's just like us. There's a lot of spirit pop girlies in here. Okay, so this is an example of spirit pop aesthetic. I could see, like, you know, like Pumpkaboo does give spooky pop, but I could also see spirit pop with it being like a ghost. Carbink. Oh my god. So like I could think like a witchy spirit pop team, like Carbink, Deonce, Shiny Pumpkaboo, like stuff like that. Like I could definitely see it. It's very like witchy. Silly Pop. The heart would be yellow. I'm looking at the pictures. Silly Popology, you know, that's a good Dark Bright, that's a good example, because like we often have conversations about Frostlass being like spooky pop or fierce pop, because like we can understand she's a ghost, she's quite haunting, but there's something fashion about her too. So it's like, yeah. Okay, Silly Pop is all about comedy, joy, whimsy, and a healthy dose of lighthearted irreverence. Silly Pop can take many forms. Some recurring elements include exaggerated proportions, goofy facial expressions, and a sense of campiness. Topaz here is definitely hitting the nail on the head on like what we can use to identify physically in a Pokemon, like what would be considered Silly Pop. Did someone curate a list, or were they just reacting to everything? Somebody curated there's a curated list. They have to be like sort of entered in. At least I'm pretty sure. Sometimes they look awkward or clumsy, but the key component of Silly Popology is the ability to not take itself too seriously and be able to laugh at its own quirks and oddities. Lastly, Silly Pop is a very versatile popology that can work well alongside other popologies. I was going to immediately say positivity pop. I could see in this. Let's look at some examples. Wobbuffet. This is cute. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I have a picture of a dog that's Silly Pop. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I have to have it somewhere. Come on. I'm not gonna look forever. I can't find it, but it's a really funny picture of a dog. Oh, I found it. They're eating something with like a camera in the thing. That's Silly Pop. Okay, moving on. Fable Pop. Okay, this is the blue heart. A placeholder for blue, but I imagine the heart charm would be a shade darker. Okay, princess, knights, dragons. Fable Popology is an appreciation for all things like a fairy tale, medieval, or historical fantasy aesthetic. I like that. Fable Pop can dip its toes into Disney princess territory or the fables that come before it all, like Lorelei or St. George and the Dragon. It's a broad popology. D&D is Fable Popology. Real-life medieval studies are Fable Popology. Renaissance fairs are Fable Popology. And all the mountains of book shows and games and the medieval fantasy settings are Fable Popology. It's one big umbrella, so there's a lot of room for crossover. Okay. Okay. This is such a sickening picture of Deonce. Yeah, I like Fable Pop. Like these, you know, regardless of who wins this, these are all really valid. And like I can immediately think of like making teams based off of all of this, you know? I like that. And y'all know I like Shiny X Cavalier. Get into Shiny X Cavalier. Shiny X Cavalier is my Fable Pop Girly Pop crossover. That pictures us writing up the popologies. Void pop. A deep slate blue-gray heart. Void pop, which can also be called liminal pop, is centered around feelings of serenity, calm, unreality, pleasant loneliness, or even slight unease. Okay. Void pop elements include empty big spaces, atmospheric lighting. Okay, I get this. Barely pieces of darkness, objects that look out of place on a reel. Very liminal. Yeah, okay. Void pop isn't really about lasting feeling or aesthetic. It's found in fleeting moments of dreamlike days and contemplation and acknowledging the vastness of the environment surrounding you. Whoa. What do y'all think? Behem. What do y'all think would be like a Pokemon team that is sickening? Void pop. Oh, Absol would be definitely Void pop. Yes. Nihiligo. I could see Frostmoth a little bit with like, yeah. Claydol. Duraludin would as well. Okay. Elegant pop. Ooh, we have ourselves a true like thesis here. Elegant pop would focus on the study of refined, graceful, and demure aesthetics. It contrasts from girly popology and fierce popology's overt expressions with a more subtle presence. It's also not too niche to where it has limited potential, as it focuses on an overarching aesthetic classification, and as a result, the major would have a lot of room for growth and discussion. Girly pop seeks to explore the cute nature of characters with a more soft, bubbly, bright aesthetic. Hit the nail on the head. Fierce pop, in contrast, studies characters that show a sense of poise and drama. I like that. That's a really good explanation for fierce pop, poise and drama, focusing on a commanding aura and presence. Elegant popology would focus on a refined, graceful, demure energy aesthetics. It contrasts. Okay, we read that part. Here are Pokemon split into separate groups that can clearly distinguish which is girly pop, which is fierce pop, and which is elegant pop. Sure, you can take some elegant pop Pokemon and try to fit them into other groups, but you would then see that they are almost out of place. I see it. It's a little bit more, yeah, it's like a little bit honed in. Because there's drama to girly pop and fierce pop. But elegant pop is the drama as well. It's just a little bit less, refined. It's refined. Elegant pop. Oh my goodness. No, I love this because you guys are giving me such good words to describe some things that I feel about like Jasmine and Winona. Yeah. Oh, honey, you ate this one up. Chorum, you ate this one up. This is so tea. Even down to K-pop concepts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's good. Mob Yoongi. Also, Mobsuki on Twitch. Sukiki. Cyber popology. It's really fitting that we have this like sort of techno music in the background as we're reading cyber pop. If girly pop was fluff and fierce pop was sharp, elegant would be feather. Yes, Undyne. Yes. Mr. Fluff didn't get a good run because it was too elegant pop for the culture. While watching Kizzy's stream, twitch.tv/DivaKizzy, DVA Kizzy, I was looking at the contest and thinking what I could do, and then it hit me. My favorite aesthetic is Fruitiger Arrow, so why not make one based off of cyber stuff? Okay, cyber popology, shortened to cyberpop, is a popology based on technology growth and development. It focuses on the different areas of technology and how we have developed and grown from it. Yes, if you're enjoying any of these concepts, join the Popu. The Popology Discord, the Popology University. and stamp your favorite entries. Sorry. So, lastly, Cyberpopology's impact beyond just the popology space is amazing. Technology is heavily present in media, and that's one of the main focuses of cyberpopology. The media is so unique, it's always changing, having different trends and cultures arriving, developing, creating new ideas from pre-existing cultures and trends, and inspiring so many people to do the same. Okay, let's look. Ooh La La would be very cyberpop. I'm gonna look at the pictures just for the sake of the stream. So this is cool because this is a little bit more steampunk, but it is a reference to the technology of it all. Now, she could also be very void pop, you know? Definitely cyberpop. Definitely cyberpop. Cyberpop girly pop crossover right here. Get into it. Love it. Let's not forget Virtual Angel is definitely cyberpop as well. Retro pop. Okay, orange for the color. Retropop deals with the aesthetics of eras, specifically eras from 1960s to 1999. These decades have been part of our cultural consciousness for years and even beyond their times. Many of us look back at these times. The 60s was full of, okay, and they go on to talk about all of the different eras. To be a major in the popology space, you need to be able to stand on your own. It needs to be an all-encompassing and should be able to be split into different minors within itself and be able to mix and match with other majors to create even further niches. I believe retropop has what it takes. You have the major aesthetic of being retro, but you can split down into 4 different eras. Okay. There are many Pokemon that fit into retropop, but I feel it can work. Japan in the 80s could include things like Godzilla and Super Sentai. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can draw from. And with Pokemon being a game that, especially in the 90s, there's a lot of like 90s specific Pokemon. Like this is why I always love Generation 1 and 2. They feel like they're representative of their time. I feel like good art, especially like mass consumption art, is really representative of its time. Down to the aesthetics, how things are like drawn and look. So to me, I think if we're doing retropop, like Gen 1 and 2 would hit the nail on the head, obviously. Oh, I really like that 60s aesthetic. Combuskin would definitely fit, and Bouffalant too. Oh my goodness, and the flower Pokemon, Floette, and yeah, that's really clever. Illumise and Volbeat for the 50s. Quaxley does give Squawkabilly. That is, I like that. Oh wow, that is really clever. I like that. That's a good one. These are all really good. All right. Cuntology. I feel like this will have a lot of crossover with Fierce Pop, but let's get into the meat and potatoes. Would Retro Pop go back to the 70s? They said 60s to 99. I guess you could do 50s too. I mean, I think 50s is when like pop culture really became like a visual thing. Welcome to Cuntology with a V. The study of ballroom confidence and fashion. There we go. All things necessary to work the runway as a mule model. Cuntology overall aims to serve as a way for queer people to express themselves even more fluidly and to comfort the lost lambs who are looking for community. Expression is a big part of Cuntology, as expression allows us to be fierce, fab, and fluid. Cuntology is all about allowing yourself to be comfortable in your queerness and voguing your way into confidence, as confidence is major importance to have in Cuntology. As we live in dark times, we must be strong and express ourselves. So ultimately, it aims to lift up our community and be prideful. Ballroom, camp, fashion, music, film, real world events. Okay, I can see what this is. I know, like, I'm immediately thinking Salazzle and Quaxly's evolution. Pheromosa, for sure. This is giving Toxtricity to me. What I like about Cantology is you can use this category to rewrite how we see some other aesthetics that aren't fully girly pop, but definitely feel queer. You know, because I feel like that's something that we talk about a lot that I think gets confused, especially people who like watch my YouTube videos and from first impression they think that I'm like, which Pokemon is gay? Which Pokemon is queer? That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like girly pop, which can have a lot of cunty pop in it. But yeah. This is Mega Malamar, I fear. I like that. That's a good distinction to be made. All right. We have one more here. Art Popology. Art pop focuses on aspects such as art theory, art mediums, such as fashion, fine art, cinema, music, contemporary art, and literature. It's Sam. It's Sam spelled ITS 5AM. I feel like is an art pop major. Art pop on its own could mean anything. The primary goals of exposition is to defy art pop, which could explain our collective research here at Popology University. Horror isn't girly pop, but it's inherently a queer genre, and that's why it's always been drawn to the ghost type. Yes, Yolban, that's very true. Okay, argument could be made that art pop is the one to be considered the ultimate popology, following its correlation with and how the substance of pop culture itself solely is based on art and imagination. Art popology is quite literally the mother of popologies. Whether it comes from the demure and cutesy aesthetic of girly popology, all the way to the eldritch horror aspect of spooky popology, the nightmare-induced surrealism, or even the futuristic elements and aesthetics of Frutiger Arrow, art pop encapsulates all aspects of pop culture and artistic expressions and turns them into a finished product with taste and refinement. And you know what? Rose, this makes sense to me because I love art pop as a concept, and art pop as a concept was pulling from so many different aesthetics. And girly pop can rest in art pop because it's the art theory of it all. It's the art theory of it all. The craft of it. That being said, art pop is not a singular popology. I would myself consider it an umbrella term, the one that all the other measures fall under, the one deserving of the rainbow heart charm. I found myself attracted to art pop while watching Lady Gaga's art pop film of GUI, which itself displayed multiple elements of pop culture, and thought to myself, isn't that what we do here, our premise of the Popology University? I like that. I like that. Art popology. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Purr. Okay. Those are all the popologies, everybody, so far. Feel free, if you have a Discord, feel free to go in and participate. But don't worry, we will keep everybody informed if you do not like having a Discord. Lit in popology. Sarah, thank you for subscribing. Which channel? You're gonna have to talk to the mods and everything. There is like a sort of you can like give yourself roles and everything, but we have a very, very dense and spectacular really, I say this I don't say it enough actually. When the Discord first happened, we had like literally like 10 people, and it has ballooned to I think the thousands now. I'm a very introverted person. It became too much for me. Like, genuinely, it became too much for me. I was watching Vanilla Mace talk about this on a TikTok clip. I don't watch any of her content, but I get recommended a lot of her stuff. And I guess I like listening to her talk about her journey as a content creator because the Capricorn in me likes to listen to what other people are doing. And she had a Discord too, and she had to shut it down because of the same thing. It was like she just couldn't handle it. There's a real talent to running a Discord and participating in it. And the people who have taken the reins, I am so appreciative, because when I look at the Discord all the time, it's just, I'm so happy to see that we have this kind of community. Phaun, you should read over the already existing Popologies and pick major role. Let me see. Okay, yeah, we'll read over the Popologies. So we have Girlypop. Cute, femme, bright aesthetics. Girlypop may be the major for you. This is the well-known major on the server for a good reason. Some Pokemon related to this major include Primarina, Jigglypuff, and Gardevoir. Manly Pop. Hyper-masculine aesthetic? Well, Manly Pop may be the major for you. These can include archetypes such as Himbos and the hero. They're not exclusive to gender, despite it being named as such. Some examples relating to the major are Machamp, Hawlucha, Ganondorf, V, and Karlach. I love that, Karlach, yeah. Weird Pop. Examples being Xatu, Behem, Ina, Anzu, Hoshino. Known for being odd and abstract. Wait. The Discord dead name in the title. 3.1. See, y'all are crazy in a good way. I mean that as a compliment. Fierce Pop. Do you enjoy a sharp, elegant, and strong aesthetic? Well, Fierce Pop may be for you. Examples include Salazzle, Milotic, and Caesar. Oh. Is it GPU in my in the command? Because I know I haven't. If it is, I haven't updated it. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. It wasn't me. Spooky Pop. Darker, haunting, and spooky. We have Miss Magius, Gengar, Lady Dimitrescu, and Annabelle. I chose Girlypop. But I'm also an admin on the server, so I can see everything, I guess. I have everything. But I chose Girlypop for the aesthetic. All right. We got a few more minutes. Let's do something. Did I have anything else planned? Well, that was everything that I had planned. Yanagi trailer? Okay. We're going to say bye to the VOD girlies here. And then we're just going to like mess around for the rest of the stream. VOD girlies, thank you so much for watching today. Let me know what you think about Malamar. Let me know what you think about the rankings. And let me know what you think about the Popologies. Eggy, thank you for gifting the subs. Thank you so much, VOD girlies.